Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to WillCast. It's the podcast with the most creative name in the world. Thank you for tuning in as always. I appreciate it. Liking, commenting, subscribing, all that good stuff. Appreciate that as always. Today, EllieMarieTV, you're with us. How's it going?
Hello. Yeah, I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
Good. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. I've been looking forward to talk to you.
Yeah. Oh, really? Well, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We're actually making WillCast history today, you and I, because you're the
Oh,
first female to come on the podcast.
oh, no way. Amazing.
Yes,
That's
yes.
great.
Awesome. So, Ellie, I think I mentioned this to you via email. I found your YouTube channel, I think about 6 months ago, leading up to Christmas in 2021. And
Okay.
back then you had about, I think, 2,000 subscribers or so.
Yeah.
And I don't remember how I found it, your YouTube channel, but I remember being impressed because what I saw was someone who maybe was lacking a bit of experience, but someone who understood the YouTube game, understood how to keep an audience captivated and engaged. And so, lo and behold, 6 months later, you have close to 90,000 subscribers, which is incredible and super inspiring. And just prove that my theory was correct. You really know what you're doing. And it's clear that you are very passionate about making YouTube videos.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely passionate. Thank you for all the compliments. That's amazing. Yeah, I was gonna ask you how you found it, but no, no, that's really cool. Thank you.
I don't remember how I found it. Sometimes videos just get recommended,
Yeah.
you know. Um, where did your interest in YouTube start from?
Oh, I I made my first like non YouTube video, but just first ever video when I was like six.
Oh
And I
wow.
thought it was just, yeah, I had like some £20 like little camera, and I just thought it was so cool that I could make my own movies on it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I started making stuff there, and I made videos for like years. I would just come home from school and make videos. And then when I was about 12, I started a gaming channel, my first ever YouTube channel. And I did that for some time. It's still out there today. It's ENA Gaming 22 for
Oh,
anyone that
nice.
cares to even go see that. And I had about two other channels after that, one of which I had with a friend, and we started doing pretty well. But then his friends found out in school, and we had to delete the channel.
Hmm.
One of them. But I've had this channel for 4 years now, so yeah, it's just all I've ever known YouTube and videos.
That's awesome. Yeah, I relate to the thing you said about friends finding out you do YouTube videos. I relate to that so much because
Yeah,
I think I made my first YouTube video when I was maybe 10 or 11. And one of my first YouTube channels that I made was me unpacking Pokemon cards. I was super into Pokemon cards back then.
yeah,
And obviously, I think there was a stigma that Pokemon cards were for younger kids. So I was super embarrassed when my friends found out. So I deleted all those videos as well, which is such a
yeah.
shame because it's so fun to look back at your old videos, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. I think I hid my YouTube channel for years. Like I remember in work when people found out about my current channel. I was so scared. Like people started bringing it up to me, and I was like, "Oh no,
Mm,
everyone knows now."
yes.
But I'm kind of glad that happened in a weird way. It kind of just was like a relief, but
Yes,
actually getting
exactly.
through that mental thing of
Mm-hmm.
knowing the people you're around every day are seeing the things you're putting online, it's scary. It's really scary.
Yes. Yes, it is definitely like getting over that bridge of embracing who you are and embracing what you're
Yeah.
doing. It's a very relieving feeling for sure.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
So, what is it about YouTube that is so appealing to you?
I think because I mean, I consumed it up growing up. I absolutely love YouTube and watching YouTubers. But in terms of like making videos, the hard part about traditional media is there's so many barriers to entry to even like be able to help make a film
Mm,
or do anything like that. Even just to run coffee for someone making a film, there's such a high barrier to
yes.
entry in that
Yes.
industry. And the amazing and beautiful thing about YouTube is there is no barrier. It doesn't care who you are, it doesn't care where you come from. You can upload a video, and if it's a good video, you can get traction, you can get views, and it takes a lot of hard work and time,
Mm-hmm.
no doubt, but you can make whatever you want. There's no one in control, and it's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Do you think do when something I see is that when YouTubers get big, they often go into traditional media after that? Is
Hmm.
that something you would like to pursue?
Yeah, I'm always open to trying new things. Traditional media still interests me. My core and my heart will always be with YouTube, and I
Mm.
really KSI.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, he does an amazing job of always prioritizing YouTube and making sure he's like consistent with the Sidemen channel and his own channel, but also branches into other things. And I would love to do the same. Still always be true and home at YouTube, but I'd love to like try new things.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to. I love at the minute playing around with like traditional media. Even like I did a video sneaking in to Fashion Week with a bin bag, and I reached out to media outlets and got interviews on
Mm-hmm.
talk shows, and I love that kind of thing. I just want to, yeah, I'm never, as much as I love YouTube, I recognize that it would only take something happening tomorrow in the platform disappearing and deleting, then what am I going to do?
Yes.
Like, you got to get your name and exposure as much as possible out there in the world. So.
That's exactly it. Yeah. As easy in a way it is to make YouTube videos. I mean, as far as you have access to do it,
Hmm.
as easy it is to lose everything, which is scary, right?
Yeah,
But
especially the way YouTube works, just the way it rewards you for. Obviously, I love YouTube, but there's so many problems with it too. And I think by just getting more exposure, if people know your name,
mm-hmm.
doesn't matter how many times you upload, they'll still just want to see what you're doing. I think
Yeah.
that's great.
But don't you think, in a way, that's the same in traditional media? We see so much with cancel culture right now. If somebody, an actor, say, gets canceled, it's probably pretty hard for him to get jobs in acting.
Yeah, no, 100%. There's definitely. I mean, I feel like things have calmed a little bit now, but there was a big wave in YouTube of just constant. Someone else was getting cancelled.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why, for me, um, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm sure at some point I will piss off a lot of people and people will want to come for me. But I just want to make sure that I'm staying a true human being. And if I do make a mistake, I'll hold my hands up and be like, "Look, I did something wrong. I apologize if I offended anyone, but I'm human and I'm gonna learn from it. And I'm not. I can't change overnight, so don't sit here and expect me to be a perfect person. I think is just the way I'm always gonna go into this. So
That's nice. It's nice to stay authentic with it. Is it
yeah.
something you worry about though? That perhaps you said you've been making videos ever since you were 6 years old. Are you worried that people might dig up videos from even back then and find a reason to cancel you for something you've said 10 years ago?
Yeah, there's definitely things I've done in my life that are probably cancelable on the internet, and there's definitely videos out there that I've probably in 10 years' time someone will get offended at.
Mm.
Um, but I think especially when it comes to when you're a child and stuff growing up, at that point it's like I'm a totally different human than I was 6 months ago than
Yes.
6 years
Mm-hmm.
ago. So if they wanna try and cancel me, feel free. If someone's watching this 10 years down the line, and a big YouTuber or whatever, I challenge you to go and try cancel me.
Yes.
I don't care.
But yes, as you said, you're 10 years later, you're a completely different human being. It's so, to me, it's
Yeah,
so silly that people try to cancel you for something you've done years ago.
yeah,
It's crazy to me. Even, you evolve, like most human beings evolve so much in just 1 year, change so much, your personality, your opinions. So even going back 1 year is like, it's crazy.
yeah. And I definitely think there are certain situations and certain people and circumstances where they very much so deserve to be cancelled if everything is true. But
Mm-hmm.
I think there's also a big issue of it's kind of with the internet. It's like guilty until proved innocent when that's not how life works.
Mm.
It's innocent until proven guilty. Wait for courts to deal with this if it's that serious. Wait for whatever it is to deal with this. Don't like everyone just likes to hop on trend and be negative nowadays.
Yeah. That's it. Everyone wants to belong to the majority, I guess. And if the
Hmm.
majority says that this person has done something wrong, people just jump on that train, I think.
Yeah, people are like, yeah, they must be right instead of actually looking into it for themselves.
Yeah. Elon Musk just bought Twitter. Do you think that will make it better for cancel culture?
That's a very good question. I don't I don't think it will affect it too much purely from a
Because I mean, he's trying to do with Twitter now is he's going to, um, make what is called freedom of speech more available and less, you know, try not to delete as many accounts as some social media platforms have been notorious for.
maybe then it'll even increase cancel culture if so
Could be,
many people
yeah.
are able to talk about it. I think it's definitely cool what he's doing. I worry slightly what the implications of that are because I think there are some people that probably shouldn't just have a platform with the things that they say and do. But I don't know. I think in this life everyone makes mistakes, but as long as if you're respectful and you're just trying to go with the best intentions, if you make a mistake, you make a mistake.
Hmm.
You just gotta.
Yeah, and learn from it. Learn from your mistakes instead of keep doing the same mistakes over and over again, right?
Yeah, I think if anything, with anyone in life, I'm more interested in what they do after the mistake
Yes.
rather than what the mistake was.
Hmm. I agree. I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Some of some of the cool things I find about doing social media
Hmm.
is some of the experiences you get that you won't normally get. Like I could not I don't know you, but I could not imagine you sneaking into a fashion week if you weren't making a video out of it, for example.
No, 100% not. I would, to be honest, it's not something I ever thought I'd do anyway, being a YouTuber, because a big goal of mine for this year was to like push myself outside of my comfort zone and my
Mhm.
mental boundaries and stuff that like in the past I would have been like, no, I could never do that.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, it's something I didn't think I'd do anyway on YouTube, but then I found myself in a bin bag on a
Yes.
runway. And I was like, oh, well, I'm here.
I love that video so much.
Yeah, that's actually one of my favorite videos, honestly, that I've made. I really enjoyed it.
Something that so I did TikTok for 3 years, and something that TikTok actually helped me with was gaining a lot of confidence because
Mhm.
it forced me to push me into like you said into new situations that I wouldn't normally do.
Yeah, no, 100%. And especially, I've been doing a lot of sneaking in and stuff lately. And it's not because I want to be a menace to society. I just realized that I really lack the confidence with that kind of thing. And at least at the end of last year, I had some big videos I wanted to do and I bottled out on them. I just like couldn't do them. So I forced myself to push myself this year. I've had a lot of fun doing it. And
Yeah,
I definitely think it's helped me as a person grow. So,
absolutely. Yes. How's it going getting into the Sidemen?
ah, the old Sidemen. I have some big videos planned.
Mhm.
The next 5 videos are extremely big,
Ooh.
and I'm filming them within the space of 2 weeks before I leave this country, which is
Oh.
very scary. And 2 of them involve KSI. And little teaser, KSI may or may not make an appearance in the videos again.
Oh.
So, yeah, I'm
Nice.
very much looking forward to them.
Wait, so you're leaving the country?
Yeah, I'm actually heading to where you are. Well, not Florida, but America.
America. Ah, I see.
Yeah,
To
yeah,
California?
yeah, yeah.
You were just
I
recently there, right?
Yeah, I was recently there, and I've got quite a lot of friends, like YouTuber friends now,
Mm-hmm.
out in LA, and yeah, I made the decision to go back out there for a couple of months over the summer and just all make videos together. I'm quite excited.
That's nice.
Um, yeah.
What's gonna happen to your McDonald's job then?
Oh, I've not worked for McDonald's for since December. I quit.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
was gonna say I loved that narrative that
yeah,
helped me get become a YouTuber to quit McDonald's. But
yeah.
it
I need
happened.
to. I should update that banner really, but I show the progress bar. I quit, but the yeah, I was at that job for 4 years. It was crazy because I when I first went out to the States, I was supposed to be there for 3 months, 1 month, sorry, and it ended up being three. So I
Mm.
quit the job while I was there, and then I came back. I worked at a warehouse for 2 months. I'm now working at a pub. I'm quitting that. I've just been all over the place.
Uh,
But, yeah.
so when you go to LA,
Yeah.
what is your, I don't mean to, this is probably a personal question, but what does your income look like?
Yeah.
Can you
So
support yourself off of YouTube yet?
just about. It's definitely going to be a challenge. It was last time. There was some, at least when I did a video escaping Alcatraz,
Mm-hmm.
and I was literally sneaking into the gym every morning, not paying for it, just to go swim and train.
Okay.
Uh, just because I couldn't afford to get the membership. And then the night before, I was like negative in my bank account. I was like, oh God. Now my situation's a lot better, which is very good. But yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a squeeze and a struggle, but I'm confident that by the end of the year I'll be able to be comfortable with my income. And at the minute, I do work for another YouTuber, so that helps a lot because
Mm,
it's helping to fund my channel and me continue doing what I'm doing. So yeah, it's amazing.
that's really nice. It's always, I feel like the highest stakes or the highest gamble always yields the highest rewards. And
Yeah,
it's scary, but it can be very rewarding.
I 100% agree. I would never encourage this, but one of my close friends and fellow YouTuber, he got himself into a lot of debt, and he was really struggling. He's been struggling for about a year now. And he recently had one video go viral. It's completely changed his life
Oh, that's so,
financially, like his channel, everything. It's crazy and very motivational to see.
yes, absolutely. It's crazy how one viral video can change everything, right?
Yeah, that's my goal for the rest of this year. I originally had a goal this year to hit 100,000 subscribers, and after gaining a lot of subscribers, I'm on about 90,000 now. I'm pretty confident for the rest of the year I'll be able to hit that. My goal is shifted to viral videos,
Mm,
getting the viewership on the long form up. I wanna, yeah, really tap into viewership and the people rather than just the sub count. I think is my next goal.
yeah. Super inspiring. Do you find it hard to live a normal life, quote unquote, outside of working so hard, becoming a YouTuber?
I think the number one thing for anyone watching this that may want to be a YouTuber, the biggest thing I have learned over these last couple of years is like the secret to success on YouTube is sacrifice
Mm-hmm.
in all areas of life. It's very difficult. It can be very lonely road, and it's definitely not easy. But the payoff when things do go well is um, definitely beneficial. But it's not for everyone. A lot of people, missing out on being with family, missing out on you know having money, missing out on
Yeah.
experiencing life and being social with friends and not just working 24/7 is it's not for everyone, and it definitely hurts me at times. But I think if you have a very clear vision and goal of what you're trying to succeed at, it's like I can't sleep at night unless I know I'm waking up the next morning to do more YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
So
I relate a lot to that. I think the hardest times I find personally when things are going good, it's very easy to stay on the grind and work hard, but when things are going bad, it's hard to work 24/7.
yeah, totally agree with that. Like even just looking at my Alcatraz video, there was so many things that happened within the like 2-3 weeks building up to that just was like, don't do this video, don't do this video.
Mm.
Um, there was a lot of things going on at home when I was a million miles away, and it's a hard thing to balance and just get into that zone of you literally cannot focus on anything but this thing. Um, yeah, I'm still learning how to do that now, but
Yeah. It is hard. I am too. I am too still trying to learn. It's very difficult to find a balance because I think a lot of very, very successful people are not very happy because they
no,
spend the majority So, do you sacrifice happiness for success, or do you sacrifice success for happiness? It sounds so easy because of course everybody wants to be happy, but when you are like you, because I can relate to you, I know I am as well. I have an insane drive to just keep going. I want the success that I've always been dreaming of. It's it's hard not to sacrifice a little bit of happiness to try to get to where you want to be.
Yeah, I definitely think it does take some um hit on happiness. I think I'm very happy doing YouTube, but there are obviously some points, especially there's been a couple of times this year, especially coming home. I don't think that working 24/7 is good or healthy, and I don't want to encourage it for people, but I was like working full time in a factory whilst working for this YouTuber whilst also trying to upload weekly, and I was working I think 100 hours a week for about a month to 2 months, and I was completely like after that frazzled,
Mm-hmm.
burnt out. I think now my big focus is just like setting up a sustainable future, and finding a process that allows me to still be successful, but where I don't have to like, where I can go and see a friend
Yes.
without like feeling really guilty and bad about
Mm-hmm.
it and losing sleep over it, where I can spend time with my family. And I'm still trying to figure it out, honestly. It's such a hard balance, especially you. I mean, I'm going to be feeling it again soon, but you're so many miles from home,
Mm-hmm.
all the way out there in Florida working, and I'm sure that gets difficult at times.
It does, definitely. So interesting. It's not often that I get to have conversations with someone I can relate to that much,
Yeah.
where, I want to be social so bad, but when I am social, I keep thinking about maybe I shouldn't have gone out with my friends tonight because, I should probably have worked on this thing a little bit more.
Yeah, I think my friends notice it at times too. Sometimes, like there's always more you could be doing, but if
Yes.
I'm satisfied, I've ticked off enough boxes today and I've worked enough, and I go like I hadn't seen them in like a month, and I went out and it was great. I wasn't thinking about YouTube. But then there's quite a lot of times when I'll go out and I'll be the most miserable person because I'm
Mm-hmm.
just sat there in my head about all the things that I should be doing right now, and I
Yes.
feel terrible. But it's like you struggle. I struggle to switch it off. I'm sure you do too.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. I wonder if, because for me, for a long time, I always kept thinking, when I get to this point, I'll be happy. I'll be satisfied. Then I got to that point. Okay, when I get to this point, I'll be happy. I wonder if that ever goes away.
Oh, I don't even know. At least for me, like I know I have some really extreme big goals that do scare me a bit because
Mm-hmm.
I know it's going to take years and years for me to get there. And it's like at what point what point are you just satisfied? But I'm getting better at just appreciating the little wins, being like, oh my God, someone like so many people have subscribed to me, but oh my God, this one person I've just seen pop up has subscribed to me today, and this is a human being that's like taking the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just like be really appreciative of that one person for a bit. And I think try to just latch on to the little stuff as well. And even just like exercise is a big thing for me. I stopped last year because I was just doing ridiculous amount of hours working, but just going out for a run like just clears my head so much.
Yes, absolutely. I could not function without working out, without
Yeah,
cardio at all.
yeah,
Do
yeah. No,
you
it is crazy.
do anything else to kind of keep your head clear? Like nutrition maybe, meditation?
Yeah, I'm trying to. A big goal for me this year was to eat healthier, which I'm vegan actually. Well, I eat
Mm,
eggs, but
okay.
everything other than that, I'm vegan. So I do eat pretty healthy anyway. But I think one thing I'd love to do more of is like I was doing like mindfulness for a while when I was younger, and it helped me a lot with things I was struggling with. And I don't take enough time to just focus on my mental health enough. I know that. But that's why the fitness, like I'm trying to my two big goals for this year was to try and get 7 hours of sleep a night, which I don't always stick to, but I'm trying it's my sleeping is a lot better than it was last year. And also to just try and get an exercise in each day, which I have been doing until I hit my Achilles 2 weeks ago, and it's been troubling
Oh
me.
no.
I went for my first exercise today, and it went all right. I went for
Oh
a swim.
good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
But no, sleep is a big thing though. Sleep is a very big thing. Very, very important.
It will mess your mental up so much if you're not
Yes.
sleeping enough, which I learned the hard way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but even, you know, I think of it this way. I could work 20 hours and sleep for 4 hours, or I could work for 16 hours and sleep for 8 hours. I think working 16 hours, the quality of those work hours
Yeah,
would be better than the 20 hours
100%.
because I
There's
got
that.
more sleep.
Yeah. I remember towards the end of last year, I was like forcing myself to be awake so I could feel like I was being productive. But I'd just sit there completely zoned out. And then I would go back by and I'd hardly done any work because I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't function. And when I started just resting and like, especially when I was working the other job, even though I was doing 100 hours a week, which was ridiculous, I was trying to hit that sleep goal and get a workout in each day. And it meant that I didn't completely crumble during that time. I managed to just get through that period of high workload. Um, yeah, sleep and exercise in particular, those two things, I think are two of the biggest secrets to success, honestly, no matter
Mm-hmm.
what the career is.
I think nutrition is too.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Something I experienced when I came over here, because food in America is so different than Europe. You gotta have experienced that too, right? When you came
Yeah,
to the
food in
US.
America is bad.
Yes, it's very bad. I instantly, when I came here, like I wasn't eating terrible, but I was eating a lot of the normal things that I would back home, but still, like even pasta, rice, the vegetables even are different over here. And it
Yeah.
made me feel completely different. Just after a few weeks, I felt a little bit more sluggish, a little bit more tired. So, in nutrition is, I think it's a very big, important factor as well.
Yeah, I totally agree. Sorry to hate on any Americans that may be listening right now, but the amount of chemicals and random things they add to
Yes,
food is ridiculous.
yes,
Like it's totally like at least in the UK, I'm sure Denmark's probably similar. We have laws against companies
yes.
doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Companies can't. So
Yes,
yeah,
we have too.
definitely. Yeah, yeah. I think that's how it should be. You've got like these companies will put so many things in the food because I mean, to me it doesn't taste nicer because I'm used to my food.
Mm-hmm.
But to Americans it tastes sweeter, it tastes a bit nicer, a bit more flavor, whatever. So it makes you want to buy it more. But
Yes.
things it'll do to your body is not worth it.
No, no, that's the thing. Absolutely, the food here tastes better. I can attest. It tastes better, but damn, is it bad.
I'm curious, how do you deal with that? Like, have you found a way to eat healthier out there or no? Because I need to learn that coming back out.
There is Whole Foods, that's pretty good. There is a few restaurants, a few places that are pretty good, but they're just more expensive. Is the thing.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Um, how long have you been vegan?
I have been vegetarian since I was 13, and I've been vegan apart from eggs and honey. Basically, no milk and no meat since I was 17. But there has been a couple of times where I've just broke it for a day. But
Okay,
for, yeah, most of my life, honestly, I've
so
been
because
vegetarian.
you care for animals, or
When I was younger, yeah, and still now, obviously, but
mm-hmm.
it's more as I've grown up, it's more planet. Because, I mean, chicken is pretty okay, but especially like beef, the beef industry is kind of killing the planet at the minute.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, kind of staying away from milk and beef.
So I've actually wanted to try the vegan diet, but more
Hmm.
for selfish reasons actually, just to
Hmm.
see how it affects my body, how it makes me feel.
Yeah.
But do you feel like you must feel different? Like you said, you have a few days every now and then where you cheat or whatever, you eat something non-vegan.
Well, that's in the 8 years of doing this has probably only been about 5 or 6 days.
Mm,
Um, but it's hard for me because obviously I've been like this for so long. But I know at least my brother, who he eats meat, but recently he switched to like from milk to like soy milk and like oat milk.
mm-hmm,
And he started reducing the amount of meat he was eating and he said he felt a lot better.
mm-hmm.
He tried vegetarian and vegan for like a week and he said he was like energy wise he was struggling, which I think it just affects people in different ways.
Yes.
So we started eating chicken again, but other than that, like I think it's just finding the right diet for you. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
I'd for sure experiment with your diet, try different things.
I've heard so many people say that going more vegetable or plant based just makes you feel incredible.
Yeah, I think a big thing I will always say is I think vegan and vegetarian diets are great, but make sure you're the naturally if you just eat meat and other foods, you're gonna get that natural nutrition without having to think about what's in the food.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I have to make sure that I'm buying the right
Uh,
foods that will give me my nutrition still,
yes. Yeah,
because eating meat won't be
protein
enough.
and fat. It's probably the
Yeah,
hard one, right?
yeah. Honestly, protein's become a lot easier. There's a lot of, at least in the UK, there's a lot of good protein brands, and I eat eggs still, so
Oh
that's a
yeah.
good way to
Mm-hmm.
get protein. But yeah, there's definitely some foods that you just gotta keep on top of it and find the right diet for you. It's harder in America though.
Oh
I'm in
yeah.
LA, and even then, there's not many vegan options
No.
compared to the UK.
Everything is processed. It's hard to live
Yeah,
healthy in America, for sure.
yeah.
Even I talked to Alan Roberts, who's another YouTuber, about this. The bread in America has so much sugar in it. It's harder.
Really?
Yes, it's harder to find. I have a from my experience at least, it is harder to find bread without sugar in it on the aisles in the supermarket than to find bread with sugar in it.
Yeah. I didn't actually eat that much bread in America, but at least one thing I'm grateful for is one of my roommates out there, Sam. She is a health freak. Like
Mm.
she's very, very healthy, and she reads every single label. So if I'm walking around, she'll be like, "Don't buy that," and I'm like,
Uh,
"Why?" She'll be like, "Because it's got this, 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 this." And I'm like, "Okay, thank you."
oh, that's
And
nice.
yeah,
Always good to have good people around you.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, Ellie, I think this is where we're gonna leave it. This was an absolute pleasure.
yeah. I love this. This was a great little chat.
Awesome. Plug away. Go nuts.
Oh, thank you. It's EllieMarieTV everywhere. You can find me just about any platform, but YouTube's the main one. Yeah.
Awesome. And yeah, thank you for coming on. I really appreciate you taking your time to do this.
Yeah, thank you. It's been a great chat. Thank you for having me on.
Awesome. And thank you to the viewers for tuning in, liking, commenting, subscribing, all that good stuff. Appreciate that as always. See you next time. Bye. Peace.